Thanks. It's sure great to see the kids here. And I have to say, I'm really enjoying your signs. When I stand off to the side and I get to look around and see all your signs, so that's awesome. I really appreciate all your work. Next, I'm going to introduce Marcia Levenge. She is president of Students for Choice at MSU.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Marcia Levine, and as of last week, I am the former president of Students for Choice, which is something that I'm actually excited about because I've led the group for the past couple of years, and I'm glad that there are more young, passionate women who are willing to take on leadership roles in the fight for, women's health. As an activist and as someone who spends a lot of time in the progressive sphere, I often hear people say that my generation is apathetic. Regardless of how true this is, there's one thing I know for certain. The battle for women's lives is not a thing of the past. These threats, like the transvaginal ultrasound bill we saw in Virginia, or the Planned Parenthood defunding battles we've seen all over the country, are not just politics. They are pieces to a larger war against women. And this war was not waged and won and laid to rest by our mothers. This war is here, this war is now, and it is terrifying. When those apathetic people of my generation or our extreme opponents say that the war on women is imaginary, I urge them to talk to women. Talk to real women who live everyday lives. Not once in my experience as a grassroots organizer did I talk to women and not hear a story of heartbreak, of struggle, or of frustration. The last time I hit the pavement with Students for Choice, I had a young woman walk up, and she silently signed our petition in support of Planned Parenthood. And as she turned away, she told us, "Planned Parenthood saved my life." Now, I've heard this before, many times actually, but what was so powerful about this young woman's statement was her quietness. She wasn't an activist, she wasn't on a soapbox, she wasn't saying this as a political move. She was stating a personal fact. She was humble and grateful and reinforced for me why we should be engaging in this work. Today I ask you three things, and I think these three things will be the key to mobilizing not only my generation, but women all over the world. First, come out. Much like the LGBT movement urges its community members to come out as pro-choice. Come out as pro-women. Come out as a defender of human rights. Forget the rules of polite dinner conversation. Shout it from the rooftops. Tell everybody that you meet. Tell your classmates, tell your family, tell your partner, tell your friends, tell strangers. I know this is hard. It's taken me a long time to talk about these issues with my dad, but the more we talk about it, the less that they can ignore us. My second request, get involved. Support pro-choice, pro-women candidates. If you can spare only an hour or only $1, do it. Women make up more than half of this world's population, and I will no longer settle knowing that we are a sleeping giant. Now is the time to wake up. When I'm old and I'm gray, I don't want to tell my children and the children of this earth that I sat by and watched a radical minority take away our basic human rights. I want to be proud of the actions I took. I want to be proud of the words that I spoke. I want to be proud of my generation. We are smart, we are passionate, we are creative, and we're facing problems today that our mothers never dreamed that we would have to see. Let us not waste the intuition and the strength and the knowledge that they have given us. Women's health isn't a social issue. Women's health is a human right. We will not compromise. Our rights are not a political bargaining chip. There will be no compromising in this election. We will be relentless. Third, and I think this is the most important thing I'm going to ask of you today, believe in your voice. While I'm not inclined to agree that my generation is apathetic, I'm inclined to believe that my generation is scared. That my generation has been tricked into believing that their opinions do not matter, that their voices are not powerful. And I'm here to tell you that they are. I know this because I once thought the same thing. And after 3 years of support and encouragement from my feminist woman family, I'm here today. And I'm not asking you to fight for somebody else. I'm not asking you to fight simply because it's the right thing to do. I'm asking you to fight because our lives depend on it. Thank you.